welcome to another episode of Palmtrees Progress Presents on NBC KCA 102.3 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1050 AM in the Inland Empire and worldwide on streaming platforms. I'm your host, Erick Osario, and joined with us as always is the better half of the show, Andrew Berkeley Big Dog Tavares. Hey, how's it going, man?
What is up, dog?
What is up, man? Oh, what I like the Angels red you got going on right now, man. What a special. You don't always wear that, but I'm glad you're wearing it on today's episode. Like, is it for like some reason?
We'll find out.
Well, how you been, brother, man? How's it going? Did you get anything?
Some people didn't get the memo.
What? Oh yeah, I know. That's not me, because usually it'd be me. Just a little stoned and forgot to listen to you. So, how was your weekend, man? Did you get into anything rad? I was out there for Couchcella. I was at my mom's house and watched Couchcella. What'd you do?
I was in Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix.
The motto of the weekend was, I'm so glad we didn't do Coachella.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Traffic sucks. Oh, when I was going to work, I think probably Thursday or Friday before both weekends. And, but, it cleared up for the rest of the after that.
Actually, you know what? We could talk smack on Coachella now, huh? They didn't give us our media pass.
They didn't give us our media pass. I'm still waiting for you to send one to X Games. Hopefully.
Oh, this summer. That's next. That's the next one.
There you go, man.
Maybe we just need to show more. Maybe they just didn't think we were Coachella vibe.
Okay. Let's say someone gave you free tickets for Coachella. Who would you have seen? What were you going at? What stage? Like, I guess No Doubt. I would want to maybe see No Doubt.
I guess I was gonna go with my lady Doja.
Oh, dude. You know what? Now that you said Doja Cat, Ice Spice.
See, now we're getting into the good ones.
I saw Ice Spice, dude, and I was with a lady friend, and when we were watching it, and she said I was drooling while watching the Ice Spice set, which I'm like, maybe I was, but I mean, can you blame your boy, dude? Can you blame your boy? It's Ice Spice. She's shaking in the deli, bro. Come on, what else can you say there?
Shaking in the deli.
Let's go, dude.
Oh, but man, no, I didn't miss out on anything. Did you miss out on anything?
Oh no, I don't even know what I'll do. You know what? How old of and fuddy-duddy I'm already, just because I'm a dad and stuff like that.
Rad Dad.
I passed out before Tyler the Creator's performance. But so, dude, this is me watching it in the comfort of my house, and I'm still like, I'm pooped. I'm gonna like fall asleep before Tyler the Creator. So can you imagine me trying to kick it till, like, at the actual Coachella, trying to kick it till 11 o'clock, which sounds insane.
Kind of reminds me of our San Diego trip.
Wait. What, did I crash out early?
Yeah, you did.
That sounds about right. Was it when I went to go visit you when you were out there?
Yeah, it was.
Dude, but I did conquer the beer pong table, and every time I made a 6 shot, I said, "What's up?"
You weren't old then.
Yeah,
that was actually pretty young of you.
I was all, "What's up? I went to community college. Let's go!" And I was sinking it on you suckers, going to Cal States and universities. What is up, man?
You did, but all right, let's get it going.
Well, as always, we got a great show planned for the listeners. We'll be chopping it up, going over some news articles that we skimmed to pretend to read. But before that, we'll be introducing our guest. And do you want to talk him up before we introduce him?
Dude, actually, you know what? I think we got to let's get him on right. Let's get him on right. What do you think?
Oh, okay, yeah. So keep talking, and
okay.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't even find out until I jumped into Skype. His name's also the same name as mine. So that's pretty cool. But I already like him even more. So
you already like him more than me, which is
if you know my name and you don't think it's Berkeley Dog, Big Dog Tavares, it's Andrew for all the listeners out there.
This is crazy. I'm your cousin and I'm just finding this out. Are you sure it's not Berkeley Big Dog Tavares?
It isn't. And for those that may think it is, it's not. So it's Andrew. Logged into Skype, saw him already in there. Perfect guest. Awesome, already there. And yeah, dude, I was already happy about the name.
It's funny because before we bring him on, I was getting nervous. I called you a little before the show because my boy, our guest, was killing it and was punctual and logged on before you. And, like I said, you'll take the lead on today's episode since you're more of a sports guy. There's a little foreshadowing of who we're bringing on. But I'm like, dude, I could ask him about kickflips for like till my face goes blue, you know. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to any other. That conversation might go a little dry. But
you could have brought up the game. You could have brought the game you went to.
Oh yes, yeah. And I'm also going.
Game you're about to go
and
to.
I'm about to go to. But I'll wait for him to talk about that. But we cannot bring him on without some proper introduction.
Yeah, said I'll take some hell. Yeah, said I'll take some hell. Yeah, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. Now
Ain't that right? All right. Thank you again for Greaseball for letting us use that track off of his Sleep Cowboy album, available on all streaming platforms. Andrew, why don't you go ahead and rip it and bring on, do the proper introduction.
So, Palmtrees Progress, all you listeners out there, we have another great guest that's also got a great first name. And I'm guessing, I'm going to take a shot in the dark. He's Italian as well, which makes him even cooler. So we got Andrew Gatto, right? We got Andrew Gatto here. He runs Angels Top Plays Instagram, a great account that I love. Honestly, that's where I was the whole entire Ohtani, the back and forth. I was there. I had him on, whatever you can do to put, like, I want this at the top. I want to know as soon as I jump on Instagram. I need to know the news because my boy's got it.
So he topped you? So you made him top you, bro? Is that what I'm hearing?
I made him top you.
Oh, whoa. Awesome. Well, so you know what? Now that you said about the Italian thing, we could have probably talked about Jersey Shore for like 30 minutes as well. So that would have been pretty cool.
I'm sure his family's from Jersey.
Oh, man. So
we'll find out. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring on Andrew Gatto from Angels Top Plays Instagram account. Again, Andrew, thank you for being with us, man.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time out.
What's going on, boys?
Chilling. How's your day going so far, man? How's it going?
My day has been good. I got some afternoon baseball, which can be a plus or minus. Today it was pretty frustrating, as many people know who watched the game.
Yeah.
And then I, like was said, was very punctual. Got on 5 minutes early to the show, but am notably the only person not wearing any Angels gear. So I don't know what that says about me.
I get it though. You didn't want to like come off too braggadocious. It was like the same move of going to see a band, and you're not gonna be like, I'm gonna wear a Van Halen shirt when I see Van Halen, kind of thing. So he cool guy does, Andrew. He cool guy does super cool.
No, what it is it's a reflection of my current emotional status. Today's game was frustrating. I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit. And so the sight of an Angels logo kind of triggers me a bit this afternoon. So it was more of a self-preservation technique.
Yeah, go ahead and plug your Instagram. And I did also see on your IG you have a promo code for SeatGeek. You could go ahead and plug that as well.
Yeah, so my Instagram @Angels_Top Plays. I'm also on Twitter as Plays Angels. They're kind of a little different, a little more candid on Twitter, a little less thoughtful, a little more rash and emotional. So you have two different sides of me with that. But really the biggest thing I'm promoting right now, I just started a group chat on an app called Bunches. That link's also in my bio. We're trying to build that up, and as mentioned, it's kind of a group therapy session right now. There's a lot of great people in it. We're a little over 200, and we're pushing ahead to 400. That's the next goal.
Let's go. And Big Dog doing stuff with SeatGeeks. I was just watching a Bad Friends podcast. I don't know if you guys are familiar, the Bobby Lee and Andrew Santinos one. And they also today they had like a promo with SeatGeek, and I was like, oh, these guys are doing moves. Let's go, man. So what was the promo code one more time? Because I would have used it for Saturday's game that I'm going to, but
yeah.
So what was it one more time?
SeatGeek promo, super simple. It's ATP for Angels Top Plays, and that gets you $20 off your first order of $50. And I've been doing that partnership with them for about 3 years. It's one of the best ticket deal partnerships out there, I think.
Yeah, I always plug him. SeatGeek, come at us too, man. Come on, get at us, bro. But I always plug them for just like just friends, trying to have friends save money for like shows or anything. They're legit the best. I plugged it like 4 times this week earlier before that. So you know what? Shout out that.
Y'all got to make a call then. You got to get on their their payroll.
Yeah, I know. I got to. If it wasn't just word of mouth stuff, but I do always say use promo code Erick69420, and sometimes they're like, "Oh, really?" And I'm no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man. But Andrew, definitely, dude, a pleasure to have you on here. I know we've been trying to get you on here for a while. A lot of ups and downs, obviously, with the Angels. There's so much to talk about. Actually, it feels like it's a pretty good time because we get to talk about your whole Ohtani thoughts. We get to talk about the beginning of a season. It'll be fun to dive into it. So definitely, man, I appreciate you taking the time. I know it was kind of quick and last minute, but I felt like it was perfect. I don't know why. It felt like a good day.
Yeah, Andrew, thanks for having me on. Like I said, I think we first talked about a year and a half ago, and we've been trying to make this happen. So here we are. I'm glad we finally did. And like you said, it's a very interesting time in Angels baseball.
I'm just going to play Pokemon Go while you guys talk. Keep going, guys.
Yeah, I know.
There's a Pikachu in the studio right now. I'm going to grab it.
This Angels fan, he definitely loves the Angels. I actually got a text message yesterday from him asking, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend? We're gonna go to the Angels game on Saturday." Haven't told him yet. Don't let him know. But I kind of keep him on his toes a little bit. But,
yeah, you know what?
I may or may not show up. I do. I live like 10 minutes away from Angel Stadium, super close. So
awesome.
Anytime, dude. I mean, growing up, I used to get off like third grade. My dad would be like, "Hey, I just bought $2 tickets for the Angels game off of eBay." He's like, "Let's go get the bobbleheads, watch batting practice. Let's go get some baseballs, hang out for like 3-4 innings, and then we'll take off because he has like work or something like later on, like after the next day." But it was such a good time, dude. So I mean, I did find your page. Just being an avid Angels fan, I'm always looking, and I start seeing, everybody on Instagram or Twitter, they're getting their news from like their sports and like the people that they follow. So that's kind of how I found you, because I'm like, you know what, I know there's got to be an Angels one. And then doing this radio show, we started this, 3 years ago, Eric?
I'm not that good at math, but yeah, it sounds about right.
It was probably like 3 years ago. I think we started this back around our San Diego trip that we were talking about. I used to Skype in. So it was definitely during COVID. We were able to be able to Skype in people where now it's normal. Like, hey, jump on the radio show, Skype in. So that's where it started. And yeah, man, I knew that there was a way for me with this, this outlet that we have, just to reach out to people and be like, hey, man, like I would love to talk to you. So once I saw your page, I slid into his DMs right away, guys. I slid in right away.
Slick. It was super slick.
Yeah. I tried to be as cool as possible and just be like, hey, man, like, I don't want to look like all the other DMs. I'm trying to be different. So I try to be different. And
what's this photo attachment?
How do I flirt with this guy?
Oh, no.
But no, it was great. He was awesome, and again, he's so up to date with the top news. I know that the second if there's a game on, I flip it on. Angels top plays. There it is. Let me watch the stories. Let me see the lineup. Let me see how we lost this game. That's what I always look at.
Yeah, it tends to be sometimes the case.
Yeah, no, but I'm very hopeful this year. This is a great year. I love Ron Washington. I think he's got a lot to help us out with this year. So, to take it into baseball talk real quick, what are your thoughts on Ron Washington? I actually want to know.
Ron Washington was our pickup of the offseason. I think the number one thing we did this offseason was pick up Ron Washington. He, you see the energy I think he brings to the dugout, and that is absolutely kind of mirrored by everyone else in the dugout. Our team's kind of always had this issue where our biggest paid guys, our superstars, Rendon, Trout, they're pretty stoic, right? They don't show a lot of emotion. We kind of have this new younger group of players who are coming in trying to figure out how they're going to create their identity in the league, and Hoppy, Neto, Shanuel. And I think Ron Washington brings a lot of energy, is encouraging those young guys to match, if not beat that energy. And I think all around creating that atmosphere hopefully brings out the best in these players. So I love the addition of Washington. I hope he's around for a while, and I hope he finishes his career at least with the Angels.
Oh, definitely. Man, I think that was a great take. Honestly, my favorite part of that take was how you explain that Rendon, Trout are stoic. And then there's these young guys that have energy. And I think that's the big differentiator with baseball right now, is trying to find the balance between the old stoic way of baseball, but the new energy way of baseball now. Even home run celebrations in that sense.
100%. 100%. And I think the Angels for the last few years, I mean, really since Madden, they've lacked an identity. It's who are the Angels? They're they're Shohei Ohtani's baseball team. And that's
I know they tried last year with the with the well,
The
come on, guys.
oh, I'm blanking on the name. I blocked all that out. That
Yeah,
was a whole
no, I think it's fair
emotional
enough.
process I went through.
Is it
The
Charizard?
Kabuto. There it is. It was in there.
There it is.
But yeah, that's kind of like was the Angels' identity. Like, oh, it's a bunch of guys playing baseball with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. And I think now that Ohtani's gone, that's one of the benefits is you can actually develop more of an identity. I think we're seeing that with Ron Washington.
Agreed. No, that's 100% true. I think that's the whole point, of bringing in Ron is. So I went to the red carpet event. Eric, I think I told you, right, that we took Benny and Henry and me and Christian.
No, you know what? You didn't tell me, but social media did. It was a nice burn when you find stuff out that you don't get invited
Well, you know
to.
it wasn't me because I don't post on social media, so you know it wasn't me.
Yeah, our Palmtrees Progress Instagram also shows that. Andrew.
I suck at social media. I actually am pretty bad at it. I can talk in DMs. I don't post. I don't do any of that. I'm pretty bad at it. I don't repost our stories of the show. I'm horrible at it. All right, I'm really bad. But I guess my brother's pretty good at taking pictures of his
Okay,
kids.
boomer.
So, anyways, so me, my older brother, he's 9 years older than me. He has a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. So the red carpet event came out for the Angels, and he texted me, "Hey, you want to come? Like, let's go during lunch or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, let's go do it. Let's have a good time." So we want to try to get them to be Angel fans like we did. And our dad was such a great guy. Like I told you, 3:15, school just ended. I pretty much finished my homework, and he's like, "You want to go to a baseball game?" I'm like, I got nothing better to do. That'd be beautiful.
To talk about how cool Andrew's dad is, a little bit more too is when they won the World Series. I didn't, they had the parade around the Angel Stadium. Yeah. That was one of the awesome days where I got to get out of school and I wasn't sick, So that was an awesome memory. He's like, "Oh, dude, we gotta bring the dude from Riverside too," and it was a good time. I still have.
He convinced your mom then.
Oh yeah, and I still have my Thundersticks, guys. So what's up?
Same. I've had them pinned on my wall for years. They get dusty. They're a little dusty, but it's so funny, dude. Yeah, that's like a core memory of mine. I was in kindergarten, and I remember I couldn't wait. My mom told me, she was dropping me off to school. She's like, "Don't forget, your dad's picking you up at 12:30 to take you to the Angels parade," or whatever time it was. I'm like, okay. And in my head, I'm like, why am I even here if I'm going to leave that early? It was definitely around 10 o'clock.
As a parent, I know exactly why. It's not an absence if they step foot on school for even an hour.
So my mom works in my school district, so I knew she knew the rules.
Logistics.
All the way till senior year of high school.
I went to the Grand Prix on Friday, and definitely, I could have just had my daughter not go, but she was in there for like an hour or two, and I pulled her out.
Dad mode. There we go.
So I get the strategy, and I respect it.
I respect it. That's pretty good. But yeah, it was a great core memory. My dad definitely convinced. So me and Eric his mom is my dad's sister, and he convinced your sister was there, Eric.
Yeah.
So he convinced everybody to go. Yeah, obviously, it was a good thing because we haven't had one in 22 years. So it was a really good thing. I still have my medium gray with the blue print, all of my World Series stuff. It's a great time. But actually, speaking of Andrew, how did you become an Angel fan? How did you? What's your story? How did Angels Top Place start?
Yeah, well, so Angels fan since 2002. Just before that, I think I was a similar story to you. 5 years old when Angels won the World Series. Had just kind of gotten into T-ball, was just getting into baseball. So I think, watching the Angels win the World Series that year in 2002 and kind of the magic that was around that year, even as a 5-year-old, you were old enough to recognize it. I was old enough to recognize it. That kind of solidified it. And I wasn't really going anywhere from there. And then, the 2000s were super nice for us. Vlad Guerrero from 2004 to 2010, I think we had him. Watching him play was my favorite ball player. Yeah. Watching him play a big ball player, Jared Weaver, like those guys, that 2000s, mid-2000s team made me fall in love with baseball, made me fall in love with the Angels. And since then, it's like I'm not one to steer away no matter how bad things get and how bad they have been in the last decade. And so I created Angels Top Plays in 2013. It was actually the day Instagram came out with video. It used to be 15-second little shorts on Instagram. And the idea was that no one would ever miss a highlight from the Angels. And at that time, Angels didn't even have an Instagram yet. Like it was early Instagram days in 2013. And my idea was like, this is going to be to make sure no one ever misses a home run, a web gem, et cetera, et cetera. And since then, it's evolved into a lot more. Instagram itself has evolved into longer videos, reels, live streams, things like that. And so I've kind of tried to evolve the page with it. So I still at the core always try to get every highlight up, but then I try to do interviews with players and connecting with fans in other ways. And of course, kind of hype posts and every bit of news that's reliable that I could get.
Dang, man. That's insane. Since 2013?
2013. This is my 10th full season, which is nuts, which is absolutely nuts.
That is amazing. That is so good, man. That the consistency, there's just the even to think about it. So I'm a 96 baby. What about
96 baby.
96 baby. Okay, so
Yep.
that's what, sophomore year of high school? Junior year of high school?
2013, yeah, would have been junior year of high school. June of like 2013 is when I did it.
Dude, and like you said, like you were already doing a page dedicated to a team before that team had even started one.
Yeah.
So that's funny you bring that up because once I went to school up at Berkeley, I got a job with the football team my freshman year, and then again social media that was 2015. So the Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff is going on. But the big part is like our recruiting didn't have Instagram. Our football team didn't have Instagram. Like there was so many athletic departments that didn't have Instagram accounts dedicated like to their school. So yeah. I was up there and I'm just working as an equipment manager. I'm like, I can do that. I was like, okay, I'll start that. Like I'll start this Twitter. I'll start this Instagram. Here, I'll create the password and email, like all this stuff. And I'm like, wow, like this is what it takes, you know, like in an organization to get your stuff started. Because now I look at it and now everyone's got blue check marks and hundreds of thousands of followers, and it's because it's their actual like official page. But it's still so crazy that you did it before they even started doing it. Yeah,
absolutely. Kind of definitely was able to fill the niche. There were a lot of people who wanted it, so it was relatively successful early on. And then I think my first 1,000 followers came within a month. And then I just really kept building. And that was a lot of work. I mean, when I started the page, it wasn't just like posting the content and things would grow. I spent a lot of time commenting on people's posts, liking things, kind of sending, I didn't even have DMs at that time. It was mostly just commenting on posts and kind of like nose to the ground, just trying to grow the page. And over time, people kept enjoying it and was really motivating. It was fun to kind of start building that community.
Oh, that's so cool. And I guess, that is like a big thing. Like how, for the listeners and for people like hopefully, like your listeners also listen to this as well. But